Woo!
Okay, let me see if I can find this video so I can share it. Now that this is like, I feel like every time we do one of these live things, it's always off to a weird start.
Yeah.
It's expected now.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Okay, cool.
She's on the phone. Great timing.
So.
Sorry, we're closing on our house tomorrow. That was Dad making sure we got our money wired.
Oh, nice.
Woo, congrats.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I also put the link in our Instagram bio.
Cool. I just put it on Discord, so we are good there, and it should be streaming on Facebook and YouTube. So we are on all channels now. Woo.
Nice.
Sweet.
Cool. So welcome everyone to our anniversary live stream.
Yay. Hi, Danny. Love you. Nice. Hello.
People are coming in. Yeah.
Hello.
Fun.
Will, aren't you supposed to be taking care of our kids?
You're literally sitting right here. What do you mean you weren't invited?
Oh my god.
Cool. So yeah, this is I don't know, maybe. Can you hear Andy complaining about the fact that she wasn't invited?
A little bit.
Everybody's
A little bit in the background.
So we've got
Brian
okay.
proving that he's not a cardboard cutout this year.
I'm going to try to be a little more animated this time so nobody calls 911.
Oh, goodness. So should we should we announce the prizes and stuff that we're giving away tonight? Start off that way? Okay.
We could start off strong.
Sure. So what do we want to do? You have your prizes near you, Beth?
I do. I have a box of stuff right beside me. So one of my favorite things that I'm excited to give to somebody is this Disney Villains Monopoly. Very cool. Also, you can't see it, but because it's wrapped up, and I'm not going to unwrap it because this is for prize winner. But this is one of those diamond paintings, and there it is of Donald Duck. It's a really cute print. We'll have to put a link out there so that you guys can see it, because obviously, why would you want to buy it or win it if you can't see what it is? Is there a way to put a link?
Yes.
It's in
do you want to just send it to me?
In the show notes. Under Disney Diamond Painting Donald Duck.
Send it to me over Discord, and I'll send it as a message through the chat.
Okay.
I should actually be able to. I might be able to share a picture as well.
Okay, cool. Other than that, also have. I should have done this beforehand. This is it's still in the shipping package, but here we go. Very cute pop of Mickey Mouse.
Aww.
And then also one of my favorites, the Disney Marvel comic actual book. This is all the issues of Enchanted Tiki Room. So I have a personal copy of this, but I thought it would also be a cool thing to give away so that someone else can read it and enjoy it.
Dang,
nice.
That's cool.
A lot of cool stuff. We also have some, I'm not going to attach these, but we have custom ears to give away tonight too.
That Mario made.
Yes.
Yes. He's been working on these all week. So
we got Tangled. We have Star Wars, and probably my favorite, the Tower of Terror.
Oh, those came out so good.
They did.
Yeah,
I'm very
really
excited.
Cool.
I think these are going to be like the ones. But yeah,
We'll get those.
So,
Andy, you
do
live
we
with
wanna-
him. You can get him to make anything you want.
I said you live with me. You can get me to make anything you want.
I can. I'll take requests.
He'll take requests. Okay. So do we want to start off with some trivia? Do we want to start off with just some general like news discussion, things like that?
Maybe while we're still waiting for people to filter in, we can discuss some of our topics of interest.
Yeah. So you threw the first one that we have in here in a couple days ago. So if you want to start with that one.
This news came out, I guess, maybe last week, maybe the week before, but I thought that it would be a fun thing to talk about. So Joe Rohde, who we all know and love and retired from Disney at the start of 2021, is now working at Virgin Galactic as the first ever experience architect. And obviously everybody heard about the space flight that happened recently, specifically Richard Branson going into space. But Joe Rohde also revealed that some of his treasured artifacts went into space with them, including a few of his iconic earrings, which I don't know what to think of this. It was just a very odd and interesting news topic to me.
It's a very Joe Rohde thing to do.
Very Joe Rohde thing to do. But I thought that was worth mentioning, that now if he decides to wear any of his little trinkets that he sent into space, they have been very far away at this point.
And how iconic
Pretty
for him
cool,
to
though.
send the earring.
Yeah, he went around the world to get them and then sent them out of this world.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. So we
let's
also
see.
have some other news stuff in here about just general like Disney World updates. I know we kind of talked briefly about the mask policy and everything, but a new update to the policy will require all guests to wear face masks indoors as part of the CDC recommendation. And we're all kind of partially over the whole mask thing, but I think this is fine. Indoors is not that big of a deal.
Yeah, it's really the heat that'll get you. So I think we can handle it. And I mean, it's probably going to be the same indoor mask policy that was in place before they nixed the mask policy, which is, once you're seated at your table, you'll be able to probably.
Their clientele is made up of so many kids under 12. I feel like it's the smart thing to do.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, at this point, if it was recommended, people are just going to have to live with it. I think Disneyland is making guests wear them most of the time now, aren't they? Isn't that part of their thing too?
Yeah, I think.
I'm actually not sure.
I'm surprised. I'm also surprised and that Disneyland is still open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll close again, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Paycheck likes money.
They fought tooth and nail to stay open during the first part of the pandemic, so I wouldn't be surprised if they kept going, and I don't know. Yeah. It's tough. But we also have some news in here about the meet and greet sign at Ariel's Grotto. Apparently that was removed relatively recently. I guess this really shouldn't be much of a surprise because they're not doing actual meet and greets. Any thoughts, thinking it's going to return, thinking it's gone for good? What are we at with that one?
I feel like it's hard to say.
It was always fairly popular.
Yeah.
I would be surprised if it didn't come back.
That's true.
Maybe it's a spot where people commonly line up, like stupid people, and so they removed it for their own good. It's true. Like, if you go start a line in Disney World, like people will stand in it, even if they don't know what it's for.
Yeah, that's very true. It's probably, like you said, preventative. But I don't know. I feel like we haven't heard about meet and greets like actually come. I just accidentally punched my mute button.
Okay.
Anyway, I was saying it's like we haven't heard about meet and greets coming back, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's just, if it's gone for a while and they're just taking that sign down because we're not getting them anytime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess that also brings up a good question too. Do you guys feel like that stuff is going to start coming back anytime soon, or?
No.
I feel like we're a ways off from that still.
Yeah.
Especially with things getting worse now.
Yeah. I would have thought they'd push to have it back by the 50th, but now if they're coming back with masks, it's hard for me to see them having meet and greets ready by the 50th or anytime soon, really.
Right.
I think it'll be easier to get away with more now just because like everybody's so over it, but at the same time, like there's only so much they can do and allow.
Yeah.
And it's not like crowds are going down at all too. That's the other thing is like, I feel like they should hopefully start offering at least a little bit more experience so that the crowd levels will be lessened on the load. But I don't know. I feel like meet and greets are going to be the last thing to come back.
Yeah. When me and Jordan went this past weekend, I think touring plans had everything at a 6 or above. So crowds are definitely coming back.
How are the lines?
So we weren't able to actually get on much at Animal Kingdom due to Jordan's condition. So
condition.
But I was.
She can wait for you.
She kept saying that I could go ride stuff, but I was like, I'm not going to leave you in the middle of the parks while I go ride. But just checking things. I mean, big e-ticket stuff like Flight of Passage was over 2 hours almost the whole time we were there. Let me see. Kilimanjaro was well over an hour almost all day. So I mean, like it's basically back to how it was before.
I just want to highlight this comment from Frankie real quick.
Yes, please do. It's true. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, I hate to say it, but I feel like the parks got a little optimistic and now they're having to take steps backward.
We need to highlight this comment too, because I also need them to bring Fast Pass back, because if not, I'm not going to have a very fun trip.
Yes.
Very concerned.
I mean, there's no reason for them not to at this point. Like, it's basically operating at full capacity. So, what's the point of keeping it at bay still?
If there's an hour and a half.
Yes. I think they're waiting to roll out something new. I personally feel like they're trying to get Genie ready. That's my opinion.
Well, and also with the Fast Pass not being there, they're constantly moving that line. It's not like the standby line is staying stagnant. And I think right now they kind of have to do that.
But I've heard that the issue is that it like the lines get physically so long that it's disruptive.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Even back in March, they were still pretty like lengthy, even if they weren't actually like long. I know we waited for what was Smuggler's Run, and it wrapped actually backstage to go through the queue, and it was only like a 45-minute wait, but it still was long.
Yeah, Flight of Passage was almost back to the kind of back way into Pandora through Africa when we were there, which causes they have to put a split in it so that people can walk through, and they have 2 cast members there directing traffic. So it's definitely at that point again where it's causing flow issues through the park.
Did we talk about the whole Disneyland Paris Fast Pass situation?
I don't think we have yet.
Yeah, I don't think we did on the show anyway.
I know we've kind of talked about it in private, but I think we should definitely talk about this one because this is going to be an experience that will not go over well if they bring it stateside.
Absolutely not. I can't imagine, as expensive as it already costs to go to Disney World, that people are going to be down for this.
Wasn't it? I see. I agree with Kirsten. I think they will, but I think it won't go over well. I think Disney World's target demographic being like a vacation destination and people wanting to travel there, like they're going to want to get the most out of their vacation, and they're targeting that once in a lifetime guest. That's what it's always been. People are going to want to pay for it because it's going to be the way to do it. So if you can't do it any other way, you got to do it.
And it's too easy to point to like Universal and say, hey, they've been doing this for years. People either pay for it or they don't, so the system can work. So I think, Disney can see that and say, hey, this is another missed opportunity that we have for making more money, and they're going to try it.
I think that's why they haven't brought FastPass back, is because they're going to try to roll out Genie and charge on like different levels for FastPass, but it's going to be way easier to start charging from no FastPass than if they brought back free FastPass and then started charging for it at a later date. Then people would be even more mad.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's a good point, but I think the problem lies in the pay per ride situation. Like, I could definitely see people doing like what Universal does, where you pay a certain price and then you get to the front of the line and XYZ rides. But like,
I think it's like micro
like
like where people will see it as like not that much. Oh, it's only $10. I mean, hello, I'll spend it. $10 not to wait in line. Like, yeah. And then by the end of the day, they've done it how many times, for their whole party.
Yeah. Well, it's so funny because like all we're doing is circling right back around, and we're at ticket books again. And it's, it's like we're right back at original Disney World with having to pay per ride essentially at that point. So it's disappointing, but I see it as an inevitability. At some point it's going to happen.
It's crazy because I mean, I know I've kind of beat the dead horse with this one. Like, it feels like the value of an on-property guest is very much diminished here, and not even just like the whole all the other stuff that's happened, but like this eliminates the whole fast pass bonus for staying on site too. So
see, what I've seen in rumor is that like, if you're staying on site at a value resort, you'll get 1 free one a day, and then you can pay for more. If you're staying at a moderate, you get 2. If you're staying at a deluxe, you get like 3.
I would unfortunately, I would agree with that. And I think that would be a good way to kind of bring the value back, because if they get rid of that, it's like what really is the point of staying there besides being in the bubble and getting the Disney transportation, which is that really that much of a perk anymore?
No. Maybe the Skyliner. That's like the only one.
Yeah, I definitely want to ride on a ski lift that crashes regularly.
The only reason I say that is because it's constantly moving, and all the other forms of transportation, you're stuck waiting at the end of the night.
Yeah, but when you don't want to get stuck on it, you're right. On the Skyliner, you're stuck waiting.
Hey, I'm just going to say, I actually got into a bus crash in a Disney bus before, and I have yet to crash in the Skyliner, so it's still a win for me.
God, Will,
we need to talk about this bus crash that you got into.
I mean, it was a very minor bus crash. I was literally trying to go from like Animal Kingdom to Hollywood Studios on a solo trip, so I was by myself, and the bus driver like pulled out and just like scraped along the side of another bus. And so it was
sue them for $5 million.
Barely moving, so no one was hurt, obviously, and luckily. But we had to sit there for like half an hour, and a Disney cast member came in and took our name and where we were staying and our phone number and asked if everybody was okay and made us basically sign off and say we're not going to go to the hospital later and sue you.
Wow!
And then But the thing that bothered me about it was it was close to the end of the night. I was going to try to go to Hollywood Studios just to like go see the show at the end of the night. It took so long for that to happen. I was like, well, now there's no reason for me to even go. and they didn't do anything to rectify it. So I just went and watched Yeehaw Bob perform, and it ended up working out for the better, but it was still not a great experience.
Did anybody not sign the paper? What if you're like, no, I'm injured, I'm going to the hospital?
I guess they would have taken you to the hospital, or you would have never been heard from again.
That's what I read about.
The hospital.
Yes, the Disney hospital.
Yeah, why are we going in the
That's
utilidors?
how we get Pirates of the Caribbean animatronics. That's better.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, that's I don't think you've ever told that story.
I can't believe I didn't tell that. I could have sworn I did, but yeah.
We answer this question about the Disney Plus show. I personally have not watched it, so I don't know.
I
haven't
either.
But I want to.
I watched the Jungle Cruise one, whichever the first one was, and it was pretty good. I thought it was good. I think Imagineering Story is gonna be a little bit better received because it feels like a lot of the behind the attraction stuff is pretty much general history of the attractions. I haven't seen anything beyond the first one, so I'm interested to see what everything else is like after that.
Yeah.
So let's do some trivia. Do we have trivia questions I can throw in here? Yeah.
Sure. Well, first of all, how are we going to establish is it just going to be throughout the night we're going to sprinkle trivia and whoever gets the most points gets to pick the prizes like we did last year, kind of? Or
yeah, let's do that.
All right, who's keeping tabs on the scores?
I think Brian should keep paper tabs because the last time I tried to keep any...
He's got the paper ready.
He's got the note. Somebody highlight a trivia in this sheet and I will throw it up on the screen. I don't know which one we want to start with.
You can start off with an easy one.
Yeah.
50-50 chance on this one.
This one? Okay.
Well, that's not really 50-50.
Well, kind of, if you know. If you know what you're talking about, it is.
We're not an idiot.
All right. First trivia question coming up. Trivia question is, what is the color and what color is Princess Aurora's dress the very first time you see it in Sleeping Beauty?
The very last.
Last. Whoa, okay.
I'll read the trivia questions for you.
Yes, please do.
All right, so first right answer.
Whoop.
Megan.
So we got 1 point.
So yes, of course, all the fairies, or two of the fairies, are arguing back and forth. Make it pink, make it blue.
Sorry,
but
who got it? All the chat's going crazy.
Looks like Michelle was the first one.
Okay.
Michelle did, yes. But the very last time you see it,
the married couple answered opposite, so like the full shot, you know.
I mean, that's smart.
I know.
Cool. So we got 1 point there for Michelle. Are we just gonna go down the line at the very end and pick like the prizes based off of points, like you said, or? Yeah,
I figured whoever has the most points can pick first, and so on and so forth.
Okay.
Second person gets to pick second, third, whatever. We got a lot of prizes tonight, so you got a good chance of winning something.
We could also just give. I mean, I have 4 prizes in front of me, and then you have a couple, so we could just give prizes away based off of who gets them right too.
Yeah.
We want to just give one for each. It's up to you guys.
That might be the best since we've got so many.
Yeah. Okay. So should we give the choice of prizes for that first one? Or are we assigning prizes?
No, I don't want to assign prizes. Because then what if they get something that they'd rather have something else?
That's fair. Okay, so Michelle can pick her prize from any of the things that we've got. And I think we should also make it if you win once, you can't win again. if we're giving one prize out.
Yeah, that's fair.
Cool. Let me see what other stuff we've got to talk about.
Also, if you would prefer as a prize, if you saw all the stuff that we showed and you didn't really want any of it, but you want something from our Redbubble store, let us know, and that can also be your prize.
I would like to remind everybody listening, you can get a Station 71 shower curtain and hang it up in your bathroom.
I mean, that is a pretty good free prize.
Be pretty awesome.
So while we wait for Michelle to give us her choice of prize, can we talk about this, the 50th anniversary crest on Cinderella's castle? I'm going to send the link in the chat for all of the people listening. But what are your thoughts on this as far as like the 50th decorations go? Do we love it? Do we hate it?
I love it.
I think it's really nice.
Why can't I click it?
I know.
I'll send it in our private chat too, just so that you guys can get it there. I really like it a lot. I think it's nice. It's not.
Try to right click.
Oh.
I think it's beautiful.
I like it.
That's actually, y'all know that we're buying a new house. That's it. We're moving.
Impressive.
That's where you're moving? Mm-hmm. Nice.
We were just waiting for them to finish the decorations before we closed.
I think, honestly, I think all of the decorations that have come out for the castle have been, I think they're great. I
feel like this crest specifically actually ties the castle together. Because I have not been a fan of the pink and blue thus far. Even seeing it several times in person, it just looks so cartoony and fake to me. Whereas I felt like the old color scheme was very regal and classy looking. This one looked a little cheesy to me. But I feel like the decorations and the crest have kind of added, while it still looks cartoony to me, it's more in a good way now.
Yeah. I think it's really nice that like they did something else that's hit it to the 50th. I wonder what they're going to do after though, because if it does really tie in all the colors and everything, I think it's just they've got to do something else. Unfortunately,
I love that it's a little tie dye because tie dye is like so trendy right now.
Yeah,
I think they planned that. Do you think they've infiltrated TikTok for the past year?
Maybe. I mean, they have people watching all the trends and stuff. Obviously, you can see a lot of merch in the parks that make direct, like, references to memes. So,
I agree
have
with
a whole
Alex
team
that
on
it's
that.
modern but not boring.
Yeah,
like, I love the font. I love the font.
I also really love this comment. At least it's not a giant cake this time.
I personally would love to go see the giant cake. Like,
I would also love to see the cake.
Just to experience it.
I mean, didn't we find out that you can still buy pieces of the cake online, like through eBay, when we did that deep dive on the seedy underworld of Disney Parks eBay?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've said it before, stuff like that doesn't bother me so much because I go as often as I do. So it wouldn't be like, oh, this is the only time I'm ever going to see the castle is this tacky Pepto-Bismol cake. It would just be like, oh, this is something new and exciting that I don't normally see. So I like it when they change stuff up, but I get why people don't.
Are we more excited for Harmonious or Enchanted? Personally,
Enchanted, the thing down Main Street.
That's going to be the new fireworks show. Personally, my belief is that it's Wishes with a new name, and I will not be taking criticism on that theory. So until I see it in person, I'm going to say Enchanted, and then if I'm disappointed, which I won't be, I might change my mind.
Harmonious to me seems more exciting because from what I've been like when I first read about it, it sounds like it's going to be a very Disney show, like it's gonna have Disney songs in different Disney languages and stuff. And I that's what I'm expecting out of it. If it doesn't come out to be anything like that, then definitely Enchanted. The only thing that may detract points are those ugly barges.
Well, for me, it's like anytime we get a nighttime show at Magic Kingdom, we kind of know what we're going to get. We're going to have fireworks and some kind of projection on the castle. But I think Epcot, because they have like more room to work, they can do like a ton of different stuff. So I'm really excited to see what they get to do with that space, because it could be something completely different. It could be jet skis and kites, you know?
Not again. Not again.
Is anybody else, like, this is probably controversial and a bad opinion, but kind of irritated seeing how many people are like so upset about Happily Ever After? Because I'm like, it's only been there for 4 years. Like, how are you that attached? Like, I don't know. It's just weird to me.
No,
Wishes was there for like, what, 15 years?
Yeah, but when Wishes went out, everybody was really emotional about that too. And there were people that specifically went for the last one.
I mean, I went for one of the last ones. But like but I feel like Happily Ever After is still new. Like, how have these people gotten that attached?
No, I get that. Like, I don't Wishes was around. Wishes earned the following it had, and everybody being disappointed when it went away. But yeah, I agree. I don't think Happily Ever After, one, has been around long enough, like you said, but two, like almost everybody knows that it's the not as good follow-up to Wishes. So, you know, I don't see why everybody's in such an uproar about it.
What happened? Where did Beth go?
Oh wait, I'm muted again for some reason. It wouldn't be a live show if there weren't technical difficulties. No. I don't know where Beth went though. So we just lost her.
She got mad at me and left.
She really liked Happily Ever After.
Yeah, I agree with Danny. CMs can be attached because they see it every night. But anybody else, you just need to get over it. Move on. You'll never know the pain the Wishes fans felt, so.
I don't know. I feel like 4 years is still a long run time. I mean, if you think about some of the other shows that we've gotten recently, the Rivers of Light ran for less than that, and I mean, nobody was really upset about that.
Rivers of Light was awful. There's a reason why it only ran that long.
Yeah, but I mean, even Epcot Forever. I mean, I guess nobody's really going to be upset about that one when that goes either. But
no, it's the same
thing. I feel like there's more attachment to Happily Ever After than there is any of those shows.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, it's like it is the Magic Kingdom firework nighttime special, whatever you want to call it, and most people see that over any of the other shows. So I think that's kind of why. I don't think. Illuminations was great. It was fantastic, and there were some people upset when it went away, but nothing like when Wishes went away. I think there's always going to be something about the Magic Kingdom nighttime show that people get upset about when it leaves.
That's very true. That's definitely very true. Well, I guess we could do another trivia while we wait for Beth to come back.
Yeah, we got to do a tough one now.
All right. I like this one.
Okay.
Let's throw this one up here. Oh, not that one.
Yeah, I'm just going to answer Danny's question. If you had to choose between bringing back Wishes or keeping Fantasmic, which would you choose? I think everybody knows the answer.
Oh, Beth's back.
There she is.
Yay!
Gotta love technology. My internet just decided it was done for a minute.
We came back just in time for trivia.
Yay!
So we have a new question. I'm going to throw this up here if you want to do the honors since I can't read them.
Okay. Opened in 1963, this was the only attraction in Disneyland to have its own bathroom.
And I'll give you guys a hint. This came from one of our history episodes.
Nobody else bother wasting your finger energy because.
Yep, looks like right. Danny got it.
Nice.
Do I even need to ask what she's going to select?
Adam Driver wasn't an option, if you all remember her first comment.
Oh, but she wishes.
All
right. Did Michelle ever pick her prize?
Yes. Monopoly.
Okay, cool. Also, all you folks who are winning stuff, you need to send us an email to station71podcast@gmail.com with your address so that we can mail it to you. Also, asterisk, you must live in the United States or have a trip planned that we can ship to because it is crazy expensive to ship overseas. Sorry.
Danny said the tangled ears, which we kind of knew was coming, so.
Nice.
Put those off to the
Hello
side.
to my dad who joined for a few minutes. Hello, Dad. Danny's dad is in the chat too. Got all kinds of dads tonight.
Hey, Beth, Kirsten got to answer this while you were gone, but Danny also asked us if we could choose between bringing Wishes back or keeping Fantasmic. Which would you choose?
I mean, I feel like this is obvious, but Fantasmic is my favorite regularly scheduled nighttime show, so sorry, Kirsten.
I love how y'all answered the exact same way with opposite answers.
Yep. That was the whole reason I wanted to bring it up, because I knew that she was going to answer it the other way.
Yeah.
And I feel like this comment is also for you, Kirsten.
Yeah, I feel the exact same way. It is not bad. It is actually good. That means that you have good judgment.
Yeah, I'm not heartbroken. What's weird?
So my favorite Cher logo is just a circle with her name in it, written funny. And I also love Disney, if y'all didn't know. So
really,
I have a special Yeti cup made that's my favorite Cher logo mixed with Mickey Mouse ears.
Very cute.
And the woman thought I was literally insane when I asked for it. It also has Mickey confetti.
Aw, that's really cute.
So what I'm gathering is you needed a set of ears like that with the Cher logo on both sides.
You just blew her mind.
I've never thought of that, but yes. Like literally, I would get this tattooed on me. I love this logo so much. If I didn't already have her signature.
I was about to say, how many Cher tattoos do you need?
Many.
Goodness. So I also threw this in here too. I'll send it to you guys. We have some more look at the World Celebration stuff in Epcot, which the first photo on here, it's like destruction of the center of Epcot, and I think that's hysterical. But what are you guys thinking about like the little sneak peeks that we're getting here, like the very modern design that we're getting? For Epcot and everything. Yeah,
I'm a fan.
I do. It's simple and very clean, and I think it definitely goes very well with what I think Epcot's trying to do with, moving away from the really like intricate design stuff, like the tombstones at the entrance to the park. So now, I think this is going to fit in really well.
Did we talk about how they repurpose those and how it's actually like really nice now?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. I'm so excited for what Epcot's going to look like.
Yeah. Epcot team got it going on right now.
Any other, you want to do more trivia? Do we want to?
I want to choose a trivia question.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay. I figured we can go easy, hard, easy, hard. That's a pretty easy one.
Okay. Yeah, that is a pretty easy one. But I feel like the caveat for this is that you have to get both of them correct. So here's the question.
You want me to read?
Absolutely, because you know I can't.
So, what two restaurants does Living with the Land provide produce for? If you know your Epcot, I feel like this is pretty easy to guess, make an educated guess if you don't know for sure. So you have to get both of them right. Okay. Looks like Will was the first one. Good job,
Nice.
Kirsten. You trained him well.
Yeah, but watch him not pick the Tower of Terror ears.
No, I don't have those anymore because Mario's going to make me
share one.
Go right ahead, Kirsten. Send me that, and I will work on that for you.
Pick whatever you want. You just came in here like.
He just came in to yell.
Don't look at me.
Do we need to run down the prizes that are still available?
Probably.
All right, so Monopoly's off the table. Tangled Ear's off the table. We still have Mickey Pop, Enchanted Tiki Room, comic hardback, Donald Duck diamond painting kit, and several sets of ears for Mario.
Tower of Terror, Cinderella, and...
Oh, look at that. He says Tower of Terror ears. Isn't that
everybody
nice?
Should tell Will happy birthday because tomorrow.
Oh.
Happy early birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
He's not getting a present because we're closing on our house, and that's
nice.
That is the present.
The castle.
Wow.
Remember.
I get it. All right. Do you guys want to take a crack at my game? Is this a game for y'all or a game for the audience? I feel like it'd be easier if it was y'all.
That's like, up to you.
No prizes for this one because it's kind of complicated or kind of. Boy. Maybe it might be hard. It might be easy. Who knows? So basically, I think Andy was kind of the one. Andy and Mario came up with this idea kind of in the same vein as 2 truths and a lie, except this is 3 truths and a lie. But I'm going to give you the synopses to 3 Disney Channel original movies. And 1 is not 4 movies total. 3 will be actual real DComs that exist, and 1 will be fake.
Wait,
and
so
you have to guess which one.
The audience playing this.
I feel like that's us. That's gotta be
if the audience wants to guess along, they can. But I feel like it'd be more fun if you guys tried to figure it out too.
Yeah.
But no prizes.
I'm real bad at this.
Oh, I know you are. I think this is why I suggested it.
So I specifically went for. I tried to go for ones that aren't super duper popular. Obviously, you're gonna guess it if I picked it. You know what I mean? So, you want to give it a try?
Let's go for it.
Let's go.
Okay. All right, here's round 1. Remember, there are 4 total. 3 are real DCOM synopsis, plot, whatever you want to call it, and 1 is fake. Okay? All right. First one of round 1. A snobby city teen pines for popularity after being dropped into a new suburban school in the middle of the school year. When she has trouble making friends, she tries out for cheerleading and blows away the competition, but finds out that her arrogant attitude is what has actually been deterring people from getting close, and must learn the importance of teamwork and kindness. Number 2. After a man's illegitimate dog mind reading business is shut down, he learns a former dog client has inherited a multi-million-dollar estate and he has been named the trustee for the estate but must move in and become the dog's new owner. After spending time in his new home, his mind begins to transform into the dog's mind whenever the dog gets excited, causing those around him to question his sanity. Number 3. 2 cousins on a summer vacation together aboard a rusty fishing boat are chased by modern-day pirates and stranded with them on a deserted island. They must come up with a plan to outwit the pirates in order to escape with their lives. And number 4, a TV show star considers calling it quits, but is sucked into the world of his character while the character enters the real world and learns what it is like to have a normal life.
I have no idea.
Okay, I was like, it's either going to be really easy or really hard. I couldn't tell.
I'm saying that dog psychic one.
That's got to be a real movie, though. That feels too much like a DCOM to not be a real movie.
It's like, that's what I don't know is should I go with the least ridiculous one because that's what they wouldn't make a DCOM out of? But I don't know. That dog one sounds too, pardon the pun, but far-fetched for me to believe. So that's what I'm going with.
I'm going with number 1.
So Brian's going with the dog mind reading business. Kirsten's going with the first one about the cheerleader girl. Mario?
What was the fourth one again?
A TV show star considers calling it quits, but is sucked into the world of his character while the character enters the real world and learns what it is like to have a normal life.
So let's go number 1 too.
All right. Well, good job, Kirsten and Mario, because it was number 1. So the dog mind reading business is You Lucky Dog from 1998. The 2 cousins.
That Tim Allen?
No, that was the Shaggy
movie with the dog.
I think.
Okay.
This one had Kirk Cameron. You Lucky Dog. So the 2 cousins that get kidnapped by the modern day pirates is Jumping Ship from 2001, which is actually a sequel to another DCOM, which I did not know. And then the 4th one about the TV show star is Jet Jackson, the movie. The first one is
that
not.
guy died. I don't know that. Isn't that sad?
It's very sad.
It's very sad.
Yes.
I don't know. He died pretty young.
So obviously the first one could definitely be a real movie. I'm sure a movie out there exists for it, but it was not. I didn't actually.
They're saying it's Bring It On, which it does sound kind of like Bring It On.
I guess. I don't know. I feel like Bring It On is a little more complex than that, but sure. So. Do we want to do another one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, why not?
All right. Here's round 2. Number 1. When a boy is injured during a football game, he hallucinates aliens and begins to believe he himself is an alien and sends a signal into space asking to be rescued. Number 2. 2 sisters compete against each other to make it to the top in the predominantly men's sport of golf, pushing themselves to be the best they can while struggling to balance academics, athletics, and their social lives. Number 3, a lazy teen accidentally clones himself and decides to send his clone to school in place of himself, but quickly begins getting jealous when the clone gains popularity and bonds with his family. And number 4, a teenage boy annoyed by his younger brother's pranks receives a magical coin and wishes he never had a little brother. He wakes the next day to find that his wish has come true, but quickly learns that his new life isn't all it's cracked up to be.
Number 4 really happened to me.
It really happened to you? Okay, we got to hear the explanation.
No, I'm just kidding because I did not want a little brother. I did not enjoy him at all.
Oh. All right, great. Is he in the chat? I hope not.
Heck no, he doesn't even know I do a podcast probably.
Oh, bless.
Yeah, I think number 2.
Okay.
Which is number 2? I keep forgetting what they are.
Yeah, so the first one is the boy who believes he's an alien. The second one is two sisters competing in golf. Third is lazy teen clones himself. And fourth is teenage boy wishes he didn't have a little brother.
Yeah, I'm going with the golf one.
I feel like the golf one is a decom though.
It just seems like the most normal one, and all the others are so weird that like they have to be real.
Let's go with number one. I don't know.
Okay,
I'm probably wrong.
So it is the one about golf, actually.
Is it?
Yes. So I obviously loosely based that on several different decoms because two sisters being in a sport is like a decom thing, but there is not one about two sisters competing in golf.
That's why I was like, it feels like a decom trope.
Sport of all time.
Oh my
Isn't
god!
there a couple decoms about golf though?
Not that
Is
I
that
can
your
think
dad,
of.
Beth?
No, that's my brother, the boy who believes he's an alien. Hi, Charlie. I love my brother, so I would not have wished he didn't exist.
I love
on
my
the
brother
coin.
now.
So the first one about the boy believing that he's an alien is 1999's Can of Worms. The third one about the lazy teen cloning himself is The Other Me from the year 2000. And the fourth one about the boy wishing he didn't have a little brother anymore is You Wish from 2003.
I don't remember any of these.
That's why I tried to go a little obscure. So, because I knew if I put like the synopsis of Brink or Xenon or something, that everybody's going to be like, oh, that's Brink, that's
Really
Xenon.
like
So, how do you accidentally clone yourself? That's a good question. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. I think he was doing like a science project and...
I thought you were going to say it's been a long time since I cloned myself.
Oh, no, man. I mean, it's been a long time for that too, but I think it was kind of a situation of, what was that model movie with
Life
Tyra
Size?
Banks? Life Size,
That's what I was
yeah.
thinking is like, wow, that sounds like Life Size, but she said he.
Yeah, so I think it was kind of a situation like that where he was working on a science project and stumbled into greatness, but used the brush that he combs his hair with or whatever. So, yeah, early 2000s decoms are nuts.
I mean,
some of these I was like, wow, this like synopsis is nuts. Absolutely insane.
It sounds like they were all on drugs when they came up with these ideas.
Probably were.
Crazy. All right. Do we want to take a break from those and come back, or do we want to keep going?
Ask the audience.
I am up for whatever because I don't have any more news right now. So
I have 2 more rounds prepared of this game. So whatever you guys want to do.
Y'all want to throw another trivia in for halftime?
Sure. Pick a question.
Get a tough one. Are you highlighting this one, Beth?
Oh, no, I was graying out the ones we've already used.
Oh, okay.
So you can pick.
Let's do this one.
Okay. So we're going on a relatively easy one for this one. Oh, okay. That's not it.
I already did that one.
Okay, it's not letting me add another thing on here. Hang on 1 second.
That's okay, Will. That's character. Oh,
I got kicked out of my own life.
Fancy.
Okay, let's try this one more time. think I also lost. Oh, I lost the entire chat overlay, so I don't know if we're still. It looks like we're still live.
It says we're live.
Yeah. Come on, guys! 4 years, and we still
Hey,
live this nonsense.
We're doing better than last year.
I mean,
Yeah, this is true.
that's for
This
sure.
Is very true.
Okay. Okay, so here's the trivia question.
All
Now that
right,
I can
ready.
see the chat coming up. There you
What
go,
was
Beth.
the name of Walt's first animation studio before he started the Disney Brothers studio? Oh my gosh.
While we wait for some answers, I need. Oh, that took away the trivia. But
What happened to the Vuvuzela?
My dad broke it.
you broke it.
Oh.
On purpose?
No, my dad thought it was hilarious. He doesn't have to live with Eli, so we'd probably buy him another one if Eli had remembered it.
So anybody out there who's listening and is not a patron, you'll have to subscribe and go back and listen to our goofs to hear more about Eli's Vuvuzela or Vuvuzela, however you want to pronounce it.
We have
What's the correct
And we have a
pronunciation?
winner, Mackenzie.
Good job, Mackenzie.
Nice. She was nervous.
Yeah, she said her heart was pounding, so I'm glad it worked out.
Followed it
And
closely.
John, a little too late.
Or Frankie.
Womp
That's
womp.
probably
Or
Or
Frankie.
Frankie. One of them Hyperion folks.
It's those old person fingers. Can't
One of them
type fast.
Hyperions.
So Mackenzie, let us know which prize you want. We still got diamond painting, enchanted tiki room, Mickey Mouse pop, and a couple
Shower
sets
curtain.
of ears.
2 sets
And
of
Star
ears.
Wars
yes.
ears and
And-
Cinderella ears.
Aurora.
Don't forget that if you would like something from our Redbubble store, we can also do that.
She wants the
T-shirt,
shower curtains.
swim trunks, maybe. I don't know exactly what all is on there, but shower
Underwear.
curtain is a
Frankie
good
suggested
pick.
underwear.
Do we actually have underwear on there?
Phone
I
cases.
think there was something we found we don't have on there.
Darn. That's what I was going to get Will for his birthday.
Get him underwear with your face on it.
Danny says that if Brian specifically, I guess, buys
It
the
has to
shower
be
curtain,
me.
that she'll put it up in her guest room.
All right.
You're just
Only
dying
if you
to buy
send
that
us
shower
a
curtain.
picture.
I just want to see what it comes out looking like.
Cinderella or Star Wars?
Yeah,
Star
can you
Wars
show
has-
us the two
Yeah.
ears again?
Star Wars.
There's the Star Wars. It's got
a stormtrooper and Baby
Stormtrooper and
Yoda's
Baby
little pod.
Grogu.
And we got Cinderella.
And also important to note, didn't you say that the headbands are interchangeable?
Yeah, so the headband is actually interchangeable. You could slide them in and out. So it'll make it easier for anybody that wants to have multiple ears.
Yeah. So if you want to commission Mario to make you special ears, you could just trade them out.
I've already considered this my request. as a commission for delivery.
She wants share ears. That's what we're looking for now. I'll see what I can do, and I'll throw them in with Will's Tower of Terror ears.
Did I just hear a screaming 4-year-old?
Yes, that's why I muted myself because he's screeching. It's a happy screech. But
I
Little
think
fun fact for everybody. Kirsten was pregnant with Eli or had just had Eli when we started this show?
just had Eli. Okay,
Just
so,
had Eli. He's the same age as the podcast, basically.
yeah.
that's how
My
we keep
dad,
track.
who I didn't think ever listened to the podcast, just texted me and said, "I'm listening. New Vuvuzela on its way."
Incredible.
Yes.
Love it.
So
Hello, and thank you, Caroline.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary, y'all.
I think for the amount of prizes that we still have, we should probably throw some more trivia in.
All right, let's do it.
So we've got What other ones do we have in here?
I feel like this one's kind of hard, but fun if someone knows it.
Okay.
Go, Will.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This is a great idea. Can you highlight that comment?
Absolutely. 2 seconds.
Brian and Jordan, your nursery needs to be exclusively from the Station 71 Redbubble store.
We did buy one of the onesies off the store, and we're doing it kind of like low-key Disney themed, but yeah, instead we should just go completely over the top Station 71 stuff.
Yeah.
All of our faces everywhere.
Yeah.
Love it.
Okay, so here is your challenging trivia.
All right. So there are 3 wood-burning pizza ovens inside Via Napoli at Epcot that represent Italy's 3 active volcanoes. Name one of them. The first person to name one of them will be the winner for this. I thought it was a little extra to ask for all 3.
I wish I could highlight multiple comments at once.
There we go.
That was fast.
That was very fast. You really only had to know one of Italy's 3 active volcanoes for this question. So
Well, we actually got 2 of them. And we got this one too after by Will.
Nice. All right.
I realized I'm muted and I've been talking.
I also I want to throw this one up real quick because I don't want it to get lost in the shuffle.
Very nice.
If y'all paint a Country Bears mural, y'all just have to put Country Share somewhere.
I think so for sure.
So did Mackenzie say
Yes,
what prize
she
wanted?
got the Cinderella ears.
Okay, cool. Cinderella ears and Horace, aka Michael, I believe. Let us know what prize you would like, and we will put you down. Also, a reminder: send us your mailing address.
So we can ship these out.
We do not have a lot of your contact information, so
would be kind of concerning if we did.
Correct. So if you don't send us your mailing information, we can't mail you the prize.
So while we wait for the next round, I want to talk about this real quick because I feel like we talk about this every year and we haven't talked about it this year. Let me send the performer lineup for the Food and Wine Festival this year because there is an alarming amount of not Hanson.
Oh.
I thought you were going to say every year we do a year in review, and I was like, do we really need to do that this year?
Oh, no, I was just kind of going to skip that one this year because they didn't do a lot.
Yeah.
You can get a Country Share Jamboree clock.
You certainly can.
I'm just trying to find the weirdest stuff on Redbubble.
Love it. All right, let's see. Are there actually like popular people playing this year?
No.
Okay, I was about to say.
The whole reason I wanted to talk about this is because it's none of the normal crew, and I don't know. It's so weird.
Give me Kenny G or give me death. That's what I say.
Kenny G.
Yes, Kenny G.
Enough to be here.
Didn't you pull up that map that had like the most popular recording artists in each state, and one state like in the Midwest was Kenny G?
It absolutely was.
He can hold a note for 46 minutes.
That's what everybody wants to listen to. That's enjoyable music right there.
Exactly what we
much like a vuvuzela, just
Correct.
one continuous long note.
No, he's amazing. If you haven't heard Firebird, you haven't lived.
Is he that? He's like a saxophone guy or something?
Yes. A soprano saxophone.
Oh, okay.
It looks like a clarinet, but it does not.
Interesting.
But
his hair is amazing.
Is it? Isn't that guy with like ramen noodle hair?
Oh,
You just insulted every single person with curly hair.
So
no, but his is like specifically ramen noodle.
No, it's not. It's beautiful.
We have a prize claimed here.
Are you kidding?
You just made me the happiest person.
Oh my god, I love it.
Yes, please send pictures. I will send it to you post haste. And I want pictures when it's up.
The question is which design?
Which design? Yes.
Oh yeah.
Here.
Country Share Jamboree, the logo, or the stretching room hosts.
You know what I was thinking when I was looking at the picture of us as the hosts is, you know what else would be a cool design? Us as the hitchhiking ghosts, but we'd have to add a ghost because there's only 3.
I mean, throw the Hatbox Ghost on there.
Yeah.
It's kind of a...
Right.
I was going to say someone could be like that ball and chain. They just put the face on the ball.
Sounds Mario.
Wow.
Wow.
Can't get lost, can't move. Hey, buddy.
Oh, special guest appearance.
Love you.
Hello.
Love you too. Hang on. You want to talk to them? No, you're shy.
Oh, Eli.
Can you wave?
No.
Can you wave?
No.
Oh.
Give me this. Hug.
I'm gonna go jump.
Okay.
He's going to go jump
My dad.
on his trampoline.
the sucker, yes, on the trampoline.
I'm kind of jealous of Eli. You want to adopt a 31-year-old? Hi, Cricket.
No.
He already has a very expensive 31-year-old.
Oh, true.
My dad.
Yeah. Aw, Crickets. I love her little snorts. Snuffles. So I think it was Danny earlier had mentioned that we should talk about Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, let me go find that comment.
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on with that.
Okay.
Are you 32, Kirsten?
Yes, I'm 32. Will, why do you have to be like that?
Dang, calling her out on the live.
Wow.
Yes, this is a killer chihuahua.
Oh, she looks fierce.
She lost an eye, but you should see the other guy.
Yeah, I bet.
The snort.
I know. The snort really sells it.
Yeah, hold her
That's
up
how
to the
she sounds
mic
all
so
the
I can
time.
go to sleep.
She literally can't sleep in our bedroom because she snores so loud that it keeps us awake.
Little cricket ASMR.
Mhm.
So do you know what's going on with the Scarlett Johansson situation? Does anybody know like the full details off the top of their head?
So from what I understand, she had the contract that she had with Disney. A lot of her pay was contingent upon ticket sales. And because they put Black Widow on Disney Plus, therefore not having ticket sales, she feels entitled to that money, which I am completely in agreement that that's not fair to her.
Well, yeah. Well, first, yeah. Obviously, she's entitled to the money, but also this is one of those things. It's like Hollywood's been doing the Hollywood bookkeeping for years now. When people write contracts like that, purposefully to not have to pay out. So I hate it for her because obviously, it sucks to lose that much money, but at the same time, it's like that's I don't know. I feel like something should have been written in the contract better than that because.
Yeah, I just feel like it's skeezy on Disney's part because I know that, a lot of this can be blamed on COVID, like because people aren't going to movie theaters as much and whatever. So that's why they're doing this premiere access thing. But at the same time, it's like, how could she have possibly known that when she signed the contract?
Well, true, but so then
be a possibility.
But then, so what if it had just been released in theaters? Disney said, okay, well, we'll go ahead and release it in theaters, but then we don't get ticket sales anyways, really. So I'm really curious as to how much money she would have made if they'd have done that.
And I think the other unfortunate thing of it is too, Disney's kind of in such a weird position with their Premier Access because they're the ones that are doing the best with it, right? How many other companies are actually doing this on-demand service and still selling tickets at home for $30? Yeah. But at the same time, they're also screwing over their other subsidiaries, like Pixar, which hasn't had a Premier Access at all. All of their movies have been free on Disney Plus. I mean, at least they kind of got that out of Marvel. I don't know. It's just it feels scummy all around. I've never. I don't know. I haven't liked the Premier Access. I've bought into a few of them just because I really wanted to see the movie and the values there, but I don't like the way that they're marketing their new movies with the Premier Access. Yeah,
I agree with that. And you're definitely right. It's definitely scummy what Disney did one way or the other. I just wonder, was there ever going to be a way once COVID hit for her to have gotten paid out based on ticket sales? I think one way or the other, it was going to be poor sales. So I don't know how much of a leg she has to stand on with this lawsuit.
And I think the other unfortunate thing is too, this movie got pushed back a lot. This movie was supposed to come out a long time ago. And I feel like they were probably pushing it back specifically for this situation. But how long can you really push the movie, the actual release date back before it's just, why bother releasing it at all?
Right.
I mean, I am not a Marvel person, but I do think it's really crappy that this movie, which is one of the first female-led movies, is going to have clearly a way worse box office than most of the other Marvel movies, which I then think studio executives will use as an excuse to be people don't like women-led movies, especially people don't like female superheroes, which is stupid.
Well, Captain Marvel came out and it did pretty well, didn't it?
Yeah, but when you look at the list of Marvel box offices, what's going to be at the bottom? Probably this.
Yeah, that's a pretty fair point.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
but I don't really like Scarlett Johansson anyway, so whatever.
I feel like this is kind of a principle of the matter situation, and I don't know. Obviously, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know how much of a leg she has to stand on, but I hope that at least something comes of this that can kind of prevent this from happening in the future to other actors and stuff, Well,
the way I see it is that if you're an actor and you sign a contract based on a ticket sale or just net profits on a movie as being part of your pay, you're really kind of taking a gamble one way or the other. You could, sign a contract that just gives you a flat pay for the movie, but if you think it's going to do better, you can take a risk and negotiate based on a percentage of the proceeds.
Yeah, that is true.
It's kind of it sucks because this happens to other people too, and the movies just flop and they don't make money either. And then some people do this to movies that they didn't think were going to be popular, and they end up being cult classics, and people go and see it in droves, and they make a lot of money off of it. So I think it's just one of those things. She took a risk, and it sucks, but it didn't pay off for her.
Well, isn't that George Lucas took a lesser cut of ticket sales or flat fee, but he got a higher cut for any Star Wars merchandise way back when the first Star Wars were coming out, and
I think so.
Amazing because of that.
Man, and I think Frankie makes a good point here too, that contracts are definitely to be done differently after this, because nobody could have predicted that this was going to be a thing that was going to happen.
Yeah,
unfortunately, it's not something they could have predicted. That's the big issue here. Is there's no way that Disney could have predicted that her contract was going to have to include.
Well, I'm sure there's some sort of caveat for acts of God, which I think it's is COVID considered how you have home insurance and it covers acts of God or whatever.
Yeah.
Surely there's something in the contract for that.
Hopefully for her sake.
I feel like what's going to end up happening is that she's going to sue and get money out of it anyway, which, like, I mean, more power to her, but I don't know. And I also think
kind of honestly mind-blowing that they did the premiere access for Black Widow, because I feel like it's like any Marvel movie is going to make a killing at the box office. I feel like even in pandemic situation, which
honestly, I'm surprised they didn't premiere access it sooner.
Really?
Do you think that if it was a male-led movie, they would have done it?
That's an interesting question to pose. You know, I find it harder to believe. You know, I don't want to be pessimistic, but it feels like everyone's, I feel like, kind of had a certain attitude about Black Widow before it even came out, you know? But it's like, I'm a big Marvel fan, and I specifically went to theaters to see it because I was like, I want the movie theater experience for this because it's a Marvel movie, and they're known for having such a quality of movie that you want to see it on the big screen. So I did, and it didn't disappoint. I thought it was a great movie. I had a great time watching it. I would totally go see it again, and honestly considered getting premiere access just so I could watch it again after seeing it on the big screen. But if it were male-led, I don't know if it would have done the premiere access or not.
Yeah, my whole thing with, I think I'm surprised they didn't do premiere access sooner, is just because like you said, Marvel has that thing around them that, like, there is that hype for a Marvel movie. So if they put it on premiere access, it could have done really well originally. And now it's kind of fighting, like, do I get a premiere access? Do I go see it in the theaters? And I think that's kind of going to hurt it a little bit too. But I also think that you're 100% right. Like, people already had this preconceived notion about the movie before it came out. So it's a really rough situation all around.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like it's not fair, no matter how you spin it. It's not fair to her if that's, you know, her contract was contingent upon ticket sales, and they basically, you know, cut a huge portion of that out because family of four, like we've talked about Disney Plus a million times, premiere access. A family of four watching a movie at home for $30 is significantly cheaper than going to the movie theater. You know, whereas me and just being me and Laz, it's about the same. So that's why I had no problem going to the theater and paying almost $30 to go see it. But it's kind of a no-brainer for a big family to just get premiere access.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that took a lot of money out of the ticket sales. I totally agree with Vanessa. Yeah, I think that Disney was being sketchy in this, and they're like, how do we keep more of the profit from this? Because if we put it on Disney Plus, we don't have to give her cut. And I mean, so it's good I think it's good that she's calling them out on that.
This is really only tangentially related, but, like, you know, it's important to remember that whoever's in charge of, like, the movies is totally separate from the parks. And it's just like the same thing going on with ESPN and the Big 12 now and all the shady stuff that's coming out about that. Like, I mean, I think that that's something that just happens with, like, television in general, probably a lot more than lay people realize. And in most businesses, like these backroom conversations and all of this stuff. And, like, yeah, if they were dragging their feet and she tried to negotiate, like, that's not fair, I don't think.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I think with a company as big as Disney, like, you're right, you have to keep all of these people separate. So on a lighter note, should we do some trivia?
Yeah. We gotta talk about the hard-hitting stuff sometimes.
Yeah. And it's definitely a good thing to discuss. Let's see.
What is this supposed to be?
What? Which
this
one?
Question? The one that I have highlighted.
All of them just say Station 71.
Oh, the blue one under the living with the land question.
Oh, that's supposed to be a Tower of Terror question.
But that's not right. Is it?
What?
Dang.
Oh. Is it? Well, are you going?
That is not what I put in there. I mean, let's just get rid of that one altogether then.
Is it? I mean, I don't know the like story. I'm just thinking of the spiel, right?
I don't know. That's a good question. Is the Tower of Terror spiel different from the Tower of Terror movie?
I don't know. I've never seen the movie. I don't want to ruin my love of Tower of Terror. So
I had to do it for Country Bears.
I could be totally wrong. I just was
I'm
thinking of the
surprised
spiel, and I was like, that's the wrong word.
I feel like the Tower of Terror movie is actually not that bad.
Actually, according to the movie, it is Halloween 1939.
Oh, this is a good one.
So they do change the date. That's interesting. I feel like that's a Watch Club movie.
Well,
at some point.
They don't say the date in the spiel. That's what, because it just says Hollywood.
Right.
That's why I was like, what? So I'm sorry. That's my fault.
No, you're good.
I highlighted one because I love this one.
All right, this one, I think this one can be a Price is Right closest without going over.
Okay.
Because it's gonna be an educated guess, unless you're like a
freak.
I mean, I was gonna say like a person that does this for a living, maybe would be able to make a better educated guess than someone else, but it'll make more sense when we read it.
Give me 1 second. I gotta chop this up because it's a little too long for this thing.
Okay. So I'll read it from our notes just for reference. The average men's hat size is 7 3/8. What hat size was the former icon of Hollywood studios, the Sorcerer Mickey hat?
That's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah, this is
really
basically a big guess. Do your best. And fun fact, this actually came from the Play Disney Parks app trivia.
Did it
That's
really?
where I got this question.
Oh.
It used to, on our back office software, whenever you like sell tickets at Disney, there used to be trivia, and that was one of the questions, or one of the pieces of trivia.
Oh, yeah?
I wonder if they just ripped that from the back office software for the Play Disney Parks.
Well, it also had how many leaves were on the Tree of Life, which unfortunately I cannot remember down to the exact leaf.
Wait, they had the exact count of leaves?
Yeah, and it was one of my favorite pieces of trivia. I should try to find
so
out.
Funny.
Oh, man. I'll give it a couple more seconds for some last minute answers. We did say closest without going over, which is very unfortunate because there is someone who got extremely close.
Mm-hmm.
We have two people with the same answer.
Do we? Oh, yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Oh.
I also have to say, Porth, that is an odd fraction there.
What was the that is an odd
27 39ths.
All right, so let's say, how about we'll do it this way? So Frankie and Vanessa got the closest without going over. So just you two give us a more specific number, and whoever gets the closest without going over out of you two will be the winner. Is that fair?
I think that's fair.
Because you both put 600. That was the closest without going over. But we had some really close ones that did go over, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. That can be a hint to you both. All right, we're waiting on Vanessa now.
Waiting on numbers. So while we wait for Vanessa,
aw, that's nice. So she's in Canada, so she's gonna give it over to Frankie since we did say the contiguous United States. But
Frankie, you're 1/8 over.
Yes, the answer is 605 7/8. So
such a specific number. One thing I want to talk about while I'm I totally lost my train of thought. Wow, I had a
beautiful.
It's just one of those days, guys. No, one thing I wanted to ask you guys, kind of to go back to like the fireworks shows and everything that we were just talking about a little bit ago. Do you think that the Harmonious barges are going to stay there while Harmonious is live? Or do you think that they just got lazy during COVID and left them on the lake?
I really hope that they
round.
No, I want
them to go away during the day and only come out for the show because those things are horrifying and I hate them.
I think Epcot's just kind of in a state right now where they were like, it's not that big a deal. We'll just leave them out there. Everything else is torn up.
Yeah. Yeah. The prizes.
Right. The remaining prizes are
Star Wars ears.
We have one
Star Wars ears, Mickey Pop, diamond painting, and Enchanted Tiki Room book. Sorry, I'm dealing with a bit of a situation over here. This was the box that I had the prizes in, and after I took them out, she decided it was her box to sit in now. So.
Frankie said he wants the cat.
Oh no, this is not one of the prizes. She is priceless. This is Nugget.
She's just like staring down the camera.
This is Nugget. You can't tell that my two cats look extremely similar, except for one has long hair, one has short hair. They look almost identical other than that, and you can't really see her hair from here. But this is indeed my 16-pound cat.
The large Nugget.
She is quite a chicken nugget.
And also Star Wars ears. Those are the only ones I have left.
Ooh, my light went a little wonky. There we go.
We need some more questions. Or we need to go back to trivia, to games.
Oh yeah, we got
to finish the decom game.
You want to do the decom game?
Yeah, that was fun.
Wait for Frankie to give the prize that he wants. We can go through the decom game.
Okay. Did you know that it is scientifically...
It is well past his bedtime.
It's been scientifically studied that petting a cat can reduce your stress levels. I'm sure it's the same for a dog, too.
What if you're allergic to cats?
Well, then that's probably not the case. Okay, so Frankie's choosing Enchanted Tiki Room.
Oh, no.
Right?
Again.
Oh, the Donald Duck painting.
Yes, he wants the Donald Diamond painting.
Well, that is great. It saves me some shipping.
Hey, I'm curious. Is that the comic book still available, like in stores?
So I actually found this one that I found is in the plastic, like it's not ever been opened. But I found it at this local. I mean, I think it's a chain. It's called Second and Charles. It's got new and used books. So I don't know if you could just find it randomly in a Barnes and Noble, but this, I guess, because Second and Charles is a little more like, I don't know, specific. It caters very heavily to fandoms.
Gotcha.
So I'm guessing that's why that was there. So and like I said, it's still in the plastic. It's even got the price tag on it and everything. Nice. But yeah, highly recommend. That is, I love the Disney Marvel comics. They're all really good.
I love the Haunted Mansion ones.
Yes.
We did get this question too, and I don't know if you guys want to go over that now because I know we usually go over that at the end. Just some highlights over the last couple of years. But do we want to talk about that now?
Sure.
Oh, man.
So the question is, in the 4 years, what is our favorite episode that we have done?
I know mine for sure.
I feel like yours and mine is going to be the same.
Yeah,
Brian and Mario, I know what yours is, and I'm jealous because I should have been there. But
what was it?
Yeehaw Bob.
Yeehaw Bob, for sure.
Yeah.
That was
like... I remember I was I was at the parks when you sent the message that he had responded to the email and said that he would do the show, and I remember flipping out because I think
we peaked that day.
That for real, I was just like I was yelling at them. I was like Jordan, and like she's like, what? I was like, look. That was, oh man, like that he would come on like even to do the show, but then like play for us and everything. Oh my gosh, that was, I will never forget that.
Was so crazy. And I feel like I remember we ended that call with him and Brian and I looked at the timer and it had only been like 20 minutes and we were like, what just happened?
It was, oh my gosh. Talk about like being starstruck. Like I was not prepared for how incredible he was going to be. I mean, it was literally, you talk about somebody. Yes.
Like online got a private performance for nothing.
Mm-hmm. And like, I don't know, seeing him perform live, I always thought like, there's no way he can be like that cool, that upbeat, that personable, like all the time. And he was absolutely that, like just an awesome guy. Oh man.
It was kind of funny because I know we weren't doing pre-show, post-show stuff at this point, but I remember we got on the call with him and Brian and I had set everything up. We were ready to go. And then I sent him the link. We were waiting for, like him to jump on, and in the time that he jumped on, he did like a quick sound check and then was like, can you guys hear me? Like, can you do this? And he was just as energetic as we had him on the show. Vanessa also asked the question, do we know when Bob is coming back? Which we did kind of get an answer on that one. Apparently his contract, he does live streams on his Facebook, first of all. He's been doing his show all through COVID every Sunday night on his personal Facebook, Bob Jackson. Same Yeehaw Bob shtick and everything. But he said that the way that his contract is worded, when Disney starts opening up lounges again, is that what it was? I think it was when they start opening up lounges or when they start bringing entertainment back, he has to be brought back. So he is.
But they at least have to extend the offer to bring him back. He could say no, but why would he?
Yeah, I don't think there's any way. I mean, he seems to enjoy it too much to say no. Yeah. I certainly hope he doesn't say no.
And on top of that, he's been doing his performance, but he also just did a performance with one of the guys from Jelly Rolls, which we found out that he used to do that. Like he did the dueling piano stuff. And then he did a Give Kids the World performance as well. So he's still doing his thing, and I can't imagine he wouldn't come back. He loves his job too much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I also think another top one was the Cal David episode. I think the interviews are just fantastic.
That, I got to bring, like, there was a real share connection there. That was fun.
It was finally worked in organically.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
It's always organic. What are you talking about? I don't know. I love Blue Sky ones just because I really love like thinking about that stuff. And, it's like my dream job that I'll never have. But I also, even though it was one of our first ones, and I don't think it's necessarily like a good episode, I love the Marty Sklar, like a tribute to Marty Sklar, because
that was like our second.
That was real.
It was our third.
Was it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm looking at our episode list now.
I just miss Marty so much.
Yeah.
I wish he was going to be at the 50th. Like, makes me so sad. So yeah. But, and I also have to bring up, because I'm always like, I always have a lot of anxiety. I'm always really stressed. I don't really like laugh a lot that much. But the one night, like the post show with Al, whenever we were just like, I literally didn't even keep it together.
Yeah.
That
for no reason, but other than sending weird gifts to each other. But
oh man, the toe.
I think if anybody needs a reason to check out Patreon content, that was like the peak of us just being ridiculously goofy, and there was no good reason behind it.
No.
And if anybody wants to see my favorite toe gif in the whole wide world, let me know.
No.
Please don't ever make me think about those toes again.
Oh man.
We have to highlight this one too, because
Yeah.
That started. It started it all.
What a classic!
God.
Yes, Frankie. That was another one I wanted to bring up. Was the 1-star Yelp reviews? Those are fun. I know we've done a couple of those, but
where we should do like 1-star Facebook reviews.
Yeah,
because those people get sassy, man, or like just Disney like complaints or like drama on Disney Facebook groups. Oh my god,
we still need to do our Disney drama episode. We were gonna do a deep dive into Disney drama. That would be a fun one.
Yeah. I feel like we were on a roll with interviews like once a year, and we kind of tailed off this year, but I think that we can kind of chalk that up to COVID. But
well, I hear
superlatives. We haven't done superlatives in forever.
Well, we ran out of superlatives.
I know, we did.
That's the problem.
We need ideas for superlatives. We could probably start over at the beginning and not remember.
Probably.
Well, as far as interviews go, I hear Stacy's unemployed now. So
she did an interview with a Disney podcast that I know about. I don't listen to it because actually I don't really listen to podcasts, if y'all want to know the truth. But I bet she might. We should reach out because she's done an interview before.
I'll get to emailing. It's funny. I thought about that when I saw that she was ending her run. I was like, yeah, I wonder if she would get on something, but
we might not be popular enough for her, but she might do it.
We were popular enough for Yeehaw Bob and Cal David. Come on, we can reach for the stars with Stacy from Must Do Disney.
I'm still waiting on Joe. Okay,
okay. Well, yeah, that's like dream status.
I remember we looked into this too because Shoot for the Stars and everything. We looked into this.
But he's fully retired now.
But his website specifically says he never wants to talk about anything Disney. Like,
don't ever ask me about Disney again. That's my past life.
All right, let me look it up. I'll look it up and see if he's taking it down. But it definitely said something on there about like, I will not talk about Disney. Do not ask me about Disney.
Also enjoyed Brian's history or biography of Walt Disney that lasted almost a year. That was a nice series.
Oh man, it's funny. Just so y'all know, I'm going on a vacation to California in 2 days, actually, and I'm gonna go to the Disney Family History Museum while I'm out there. Which I'm very excited about. But in preparation, I have been rereading Neil Gabler's Walt Disney biography, and I'm kind of like having PTSD from having to do that episode. It was not an enjoyable read the first time around because I was stressing so much about having to write the episodes out. So I'm enjoying it a lot more now, and I just get to sit back and take it in. So.
Another behind the scenes thing, it's still so funny to me that we almost forgot to finish that, and Brian was like, "Oh, I just thought you guys forgot."
And then somebody asked about it.
Yeah. We forgot about. Well, not forgot about it. We just we stopped doing it because with a lot of these longer history ones, they always take so long to get wrapped up, and then we just start to burn out on them quick. So we're like, well, let's space it out. Let's do a little bit in between, and then we hit a point where we were like, oh, we have to go back to this because somebody emailed us and said, hey, about that.
Yeah.
I should, after I move and get settled, I should make it a priority to reread Disney War and do one on that because it really is an amazing book. If y'all need a book, highly recommend.
That book has been sitting on my nightstand for so long, and I've read parts of it. I just cannot finish it. The only problem I have with that book is I don't like the legal jargon, and that's 90% of the book.
See, and I usually have trouble with really intense nonfiction, but that one to me was pretty readable.
Well, I have a very important question to ask Brian. On your trip to the Family History Museum, can we expect stories on our Instagram with dad jokes?
I will definitely take pictures and post them on the Instagram. I will do my best to come up with dad jokes.
The dad joke or two. That's all I'm asking.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
We got to get you prepped for this baby, man.
I have been preparing the jokes for my entire life.
He's born to tell dad jokes.
Dad jokes are Will's favorite thing in the world.
Well, good thing he's a
he has
dad.
good taste.
All right, we want to wrap up the decom game now?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So here is round number 3. Number 1. A talented female snowboarder is kicked off the team and sentenced to an after-school job at a dog kennel after accidentally ruining the sign at the mountain's lodge. Through her job, she gets close to a former snowboarding champion and convinces him to coach her to win the upcoming snowboarding championship competition. Number 2. After a series of irresponsible events, a rich and selfish city boy is sentenced to work as a ranch hand to learn how to be a better person. Number 3. A former star athlete is given a new lease on life after an injury kills his dreams of making the big leagues when he begins to coach a struggling baseball team and they develop new technology for baseball shoes that allow the players to run faster. And number 4, 2 friends find a mysterious machine and realize it can control the weather. They use the machine to make it snow during the holiday season, but accidentally cause a blizzard and realize they may have just ruined Christmas.
I'm guessing number 1.
I'm going number 3.
I'm going with the baseball one.
Okay.
I feel like I'm wrong now.
So Kirsten said number 1. Mario and Brian said number 3.
3.
Mm-hmm.
It is number 3. Good job, guys.
Hey.
The one about the snowboarder is Cloud 9 from 2014, featuring Dove Cameron, aka Mal from Descendants. Number 2 about the rich and selfish city boy.
Horse
Sense. Yes, which
I actually knew one.
The one that I read earlier about the modern day pirates, that's the sequel to Horse Sense. It's called Jumping Ship, which I didn't realize that it was a sequel to Horse Sense. And then the friends that find the machine that controls the weather is called The Ultimate Christmas Present from 2000.
I feel like I vaguely remember that, but not really.
It's Brenda Song.
So
one of the stars.
Real quick, I realized I didn't set this up, but we do have one voicemail to play for our anniversary, by the way. So I'm going to play it on speakerphone here real quick.
Who's it from?
It specifically says in there, so let me just...
I'm excited.
Hey guys, John from the Hyperion Review here. Just wanted to offer you guys congratulations, and I'm sorry I'm not able to attend the live broadcast tonight. It is my daughter's birthday, and we are going to be celebrating that. So kudos to you guys, though. I've appreciated everything you have done for our show over the last couple of years. I consider you guys some great friends and definitely a part of the Disney community family. So kudos to you guys. Congratulations again, and I look forward to another 4 years.
Aww. Thanks, John. So nice.
Can't believe he wouldn't skip his daughter's birthday to watch this.
So he sent me a text earlier, and we were talking about something, and he said, they left you guys a voicemail for the show. It's PG, don't worry. And I said, oh no. And he said, I can't make it to the show tonight. And I said, boo. And he said, it's my daughter's birthday, so I'm obligated. And I said, don't you know I'm more important than your daughter? He said, tell Alicia I said that. I was like, no, never. He said that she knows. She said he knows his place. So
wow. That's funny. Well, thanks, John. Appreciate that.
Thanks, man.
We joke, but they're okay people.
Good folks over there at the Hyperion Review.
Yeah, all right.
I mean, obviously one is better than all the rest. Danny. Speaking of which, if anybody wants to give us a call and leave a voicemail, or I don't know if you have it set up to be able to answer calls on here.
I can answer them on my phone.
He can answer them on his phone. We can put the number in the somewhere on the screen.
I can put the number on the screen. 2 seconds. I just gotta find the number.
Anybody has a pen and paper and wants to write it down, it's 561-899-6441. So, and you can honestly, if you want to call and leave us a voicemail any old time, you'll have to let us know that you left one because we don't check it as often as we should probably, and it might get lost in the weeds. But if you want to call in on our live show for the remainder of it.
It also it sends us an email every time that we get a voice message, so
perfect.
It
so
shouldn't
we will
get
know.
lost. I mean,
yeah, because one time we got that weird text message on that number.
Yeah. Are we allowed to talk about that?
Yes, if you can remember what it was.
Oh, I have the text message here.
Yes. So read us this text that we got on our Google line.
Hi, Ava. I wanted to take you out for your birthday. If dinner sounds good, let me know how Wednesday works. By the way, I broke up with Jim, Emma. To which I responded, I never liked Jim anyway.
Good, yeah. Wow. Jim, he was a good for nothing.
My dad is texting me, still listening, and wants to know if Beth still works at the South Carolina Zoo. I know you were a docent. You did not actually work.
I was a volunteer, and I volunteered there for 4 years. Unfortunately, they changed the volunteer requirement, and it was too much working a full-time job and getting in my volunteer hours. So I did unfortunately retire from that, but I do think about it all the time and wish that I could go back, but maybe one day when I'm old and can take the time that I am required to volunteer.
Yeah.
Fun fact though, if you go to the Riverbanks Zoo and Garden is what it's called. If you go to their website on their volunteer opportunities page, they picked a disgusting picture of me as
there's a picture of me on the Zoofari
as the
page
header for the page. So
you've told us that. We do also have another voice message that just came through, which somehow caused the app to crash on my phone. So
is this going to be appropriate?
Find out.
Well, I can see them. It gives me a text description, so I can kind of skim it.
That's good. That's good.
So let's play this one.
I would just this is an anonymous post or voicemail, but this is for Beth, and I just want to let you know that you are the most beautiful person I've ever seen, and if I had to choose between my boyfriend and you, it's a hard decision. Okay. Love you, bye.
I never feel uglier than truly. I feel like a troll.
No, everyone here is so beautiful, and I know that I don't know who sent that voicemail, but I know that person is also very beautiful, and I certainly appreciate all the love and attention. Lovely. That was great.
I'm like Mother Gothel.
So
she's based on Cher, so isn't that a compliment?
Oh, there it is.
No, the old Mother Gothel, like when she's not, looking hot.
Yeah, that's the one they based off Cher, right?
If we were not on a live stream that I know my parents were listening to, I would say something very rude.
Oh my goodness. So let's do some trivia, guys.
All right.
We have a couple more prizes to give away, so I think this one's pretty hard.
Yeah, that is very hard.
I'd be interested to see
if
anybody.
Anyway.
I had this one actually. I had this one already preloaded in here, but.
All right. What is the name of the singing bust quintet in the Haunted Mansion?
And we're not looking for the name of the characters. We're looking for the name of the group.
The group collectively, like the Beatles or the Bee Gees or something.
I thought you were going to say the Beatles again. I was like, what?
The Beatles or the Beatles. Maybe the Beatles?
Is it the Beatles?
It's not the Beatles. There's your hint.
I feel like this one's we're not going to get an answer on this one just because this is tough.
I'll be impressed because I don't even know if I would have gotten this off the top of my head.
I got this from, funny enough, the Disney Parks blog posted this as a trivia question on their Do You Know the Haunted Mansion post, and it was like the last one. All of them were super easy. And I got to this one, I was like, wait, what? What is this?
Wow. I like the graveyard group.
That was actually one of the suggested answers that they
had. Oh, yeah?
I also just looked up, while we're waiting for the correct answer, I looked up Joe Rohde's website, and it's like totally gone.
Wow.
It's I mean, it's there, but there's nothing on it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Disney too. Who?
See, so technically he is not saying that he won't talk about Disney.
You're not wrong.
Some good logic. Will knows that.
I think he's ditched us. Oh no.
Nope.
Nope. Busta Rhymes.
So should we give a hint for this one?
It's a pun. Kind of. Not really a pun, but it
has a number in it.
I like the ghostly Beatles. It's a
very,
good one too.
Very, very close.
I don't know that we're going to get an answer on this one. Oh, that is bad.
See, the dad joke.
That's pretty good. I like it.
I know, yeah.
No.
All right. Should we give the answer and try another one?
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, so the correct answer is the Phantom 5. But I do like the creativity of the answers we were getting. The Graveyard Gang and the Ghostly Beatles and Busta Rhymes especially.
Ghostly Beatles is not creative, let's be real.
Well, it was I was going back to the
callback
joke. Yeah, exactly.
Let's do this one. The other one I just highlighted in there.
Oh, I highlighted one.
Oh, you highlighted one? Which one did you highlight? This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. We can do that one.
I figured it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, y'all. What was the first Disney animated short to feature Mickey Mouse?
While we wait, we've got Ears, we've got Redbubble, and we've got
we don't have Redbubble.
Oh yeah, we don't have Redbubble. Right, the shower curtain is gone.
There's Mickey Pop, Enchanted Tiki Room,
and Star Wars.
And Star Wars Ears.
Will, really?
There we go. We got it.
But no, we don't, though. We had to do a different one because Danny already won.
Oh.
That's right. Danny already got a prize.
That's fine. We have more trivia, so.
Say Danny's answer, someone. Tell your dad to type what you typed. Frankie, you already won too.
Well, oh yeah, he did. I was going to say technically his wife won, but they both won.
They both won. That's true.
The first person that types that answer will get a prize.
There we go.
Close enough. We know it. We got it. Yeah, type it. All right.
I think he wants the Star Wars ears.
That's what I'm guessing.
For the ears.
I like how there's a delay on the chat, so Danny's still
mad at her dad.
We're gonna accept Place Crazy because we knew what he meant.
Cool.
All right. So we got 2 more prizes, but do we want to finish DCOM game? I have 1 more round.
Yeah, let's do one more round of the DCOM game, and then we'll round out the trivia. That'll put us somewhere a little over 2 hours, which I think is probably a good time to call it, just so this doesn't take up all of our podcast feed.
All right. last round of the DCOM game, which thank you again to Mario and Andy for coming up with this, because it was actually pretty fun to pick and choose and make up fake synopsis to try and trick you guys. It's a cute
Frankie,
idea.
the answer is 42.
Always. All right. Last round. Number 1. An athletic teenager dabbles in the culinary arts and must choose which dream he will follow when big competitions for each fall on the same day. Number 2. After nearly getting expelled, a school bully is sent to an academy of etiquette for the summer to learn how to behave. When he's paired up with an even bigger bully than him, he realizes the harm he's caused and tries to change for the better. Number 3, while competing in a once-in-a-lifetime scholarship, a boy's winning presentation is stolen and plagiarized by his rival. He breaks in to take back the evidence of the plagiarism, but is followed home by the wealthy family's show dog. To avoid repercussions, the boy and his brother devise a way to get the dog back home and pin it on the boy's rival as revenge. And the last one. 2 nerdy students create a virtual boyfriend in order to cover a lie they told about the upcoming school dance, but realize the program they used and thought was for developing video games is actually top secret government software, and they are in big trouble.
Okay, I'm gonna say the first one, because wasn't that just like a minor plot point in High School Musical?
I mean, you're not wrong, but that is. I'm not going to say anything.
What was the second one? The bully one, right? I choose that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the bully one too.
All right, final answers.
Yeah.
It is the bully one. That's the fake one.
Brian, the first one is
Danny literally typed the answer of the name of the first movie in the chat.
It's actually called Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off.
I remember that one vividly.
But yes,
that was a very good movie, though.
But you're right, Brian. That was a plot point in High School Musical. But it also has
he doesn't dabble, no, because it said he dabbles in the culinary arts, and that's very different than just the arts.
No, but wasn't that one dude into cooking?
Zeke is a he likes to bake strudels, scones, even apple pandowdy.
Okay, but that
And also, Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off was in 2003, so it was actually the precursor to High School Musical. So maybe that's where they got that minor plot point as an idea. Who knows?
I love that one.
So the one about competing for a scholarship and getting followed home by the wealthy family's show dog is Hounded from 2001. And the one about the girls making a virtual boyfriend, but it actually being top secret government software is from 2014. It's called How to Build a Better Boy.
That sounds like a DCOM.
Her dad literally, I've never seen it, but when I was reading these plots, it was like her dad works for the Pentagon, and they basically accidentally invented a spy robot with the Pentagon software. I was like, yeah, that sounds like a normal thing for a 14-year-old girl to do.
Goodness. Well, I highlighted another trivia in here because I wanted to throw this one up too.
All right, we have two prizes left, so we can do 2 more trivias.
Cool. So I threw a trivia up there, Beth, if you would be so kind.
All right. So at 15 times the size of a normal Fender Stratocaster, how tall is the guitar in front of Rock and Roller Coaster?
Oh, and look at this. In case you would like a actual sized one for comparison.
There you go. Look at that, Brian.
And you fulfilled Frankie's request for a move check.
2 birds with 1 stone.
Oh, and are we going to do closest without going over for this as well?
Yeah, closest without going over is fine.
Okay. Closest without going over. So we'll give a few minutes to see who gets that closest. in the meantime, if anybody has any final questions that they'd like us to answer,
yeah,
last call for questions, comments, concerns, and you can
Voicemails.
always, yes, if you'd like to send us a voicemail, you can still do that in the next few minutes. And if you ever have a topic request, if you want to hear us do an episode about something, or if you just want to shoot us a line and say, hey, what's up, and tell us that you love us, we also love to hear that. Again, our email is station71podcast@gmail.com. Or if you want to message us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Instagram's probably the best one. That's, I feel like, the one that gets checked the most often, but we make the rounds. So whatever you're most comfortable with.
I do at some point want to do a listener like questions episode. I know we kind of do those on the live stream, but even if it's just like silly little park questions or things like that, I would love to do an episode just solely dedicated to answering those types of things. So voicemails, text, we get text messages through that number as well. Emails, anything like that.
So is Will a fellow country bear hater, it looks like?
You think I'd be married to somebody who liked country bears?
Where's the ban button, Mario?
All right, so just to clarify, we are looking for this answer in feet.
Or meters, and we'll convert it, but one of the big two. Okay.
Hands is for horses. We're not measuring this guitar in hands.
And how much longer are we going to give before we call it? Just so we...
We're going to give you 10 seconds.
Oh, wait. I can do a
time? Oh,
I think I can do a countdown on here.
Really?
Maybe.
That would be cool.
Don't get
not a 10-second one.
Mess up.
Not a 10-second one. There is a 30-second one, and...
All right. Well, 10 seconds is up, so we're going to call it.
Okay.
Bobber's website got suspended, so in case anybody was curious.
Can we steal that domain name and just reroute it to us?
So,
should.
Is there a way to scroll down in the chat? I can't see down further.
Well, we've got our winner.
We do have a winner.
But I didn't see who it was.
It is this one. Gillian?
Nope.
34? No. Was there somebody else?
Yep. Naomika, if I'm saying that right.
Oh, you're right, because she put 12
meters,
which is a little
over 39 feet, and it is 40.
And it's 40 feet. Oh, perfect.
Nice.
That conversion.
Well, Brian's an engineer, so
yeah,
he would know stuff like that.
Fancy
that's not a slight, Brian. That was me being stupid, not you.
Well, that was a very good random guess. It was almost exactly right. So.
Oh, but she's not in the U.S.
Dang.
All right. Well, then, who is number 2?
Does she have a trip planned? Do you have a trip planned?
When you come to the parks, we can we can give it to you there.
There's a pandemic going on, so probably a lot of international people aren't coming.
That's a good point.
Anytime soon.
Pandemic?
What's
pandemic?
That?
Who? Never heard of her.
I haven't heard of anything.
Oh yeah, our 2 guesses were not in the U.S.
Oh no. Okay.
It's fine. We can throw another one up there.
Yeah, we'll throw another couple trivias out there. And yes, if you want a guest to play along, that's totally fine. Just we can't afford to send you a prize because it would cost a lot of money.
We didn't do this one, but it was crossed out, so I'm going to do this one.
I'm curious if y'all don't mind telling us where y'all are from, because it's always interesting to get international listeners.
Brian's actually a stalker. Don't tell him.
Dang, Kirsten.
He's going to get you all the way from Florida.
Now they know where I live.
Oh, yeah, because we never talked about that before.
Here, I'm going to throw up this one, too.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's
Frankie, we know where you live, too.
I think, is that our furthest listener?
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Probably.
That's awesome.
Pretty neat.
Probably furthest that's interacted with us.
Yeah, for sure.
In the UK.
Well, we did.
That's awesome.
Lovely.
Australia a couple years ago, remember?
Yeah, we
yeah.
did. Yeah, she called in.
That's right.
Yeah. The UK.
Or New Zealand, I think it was.
Yeah.
Or was it
Mhm.
Australia?
They're
I think it was
they're
New
twins,
Zealand.
They're
so-
besties.
Fraternal twins.
Yeah. All right, so let's see. When this show debuted in 1986 at Walt Disney World, it set the record for highest production cost per runtime basis at a staggering $1.76 million a minute.
And I feel like after this one, we have to do a relatively easy one because we've been throwing some hard ones out there. So I have one more
Yeah.
that we can throw on there too.
I mean, if you like, once you know the answer, it makes total sense and it seems pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So yes, if you want to guess along, but you're not eligible for a prize, you're welcome to do so. But who even do we have left that
I know.
Yeah, I feel like at this point we might be able to
everybody
do
might have
double
gotten
prizes.
a prize at this point? Hey, Frankie, maybe you'll end up getting the comic book anyway.
What?
No. No, not with that attitude.
It's all about the blanket.
See,
Yeah,
the blanket
that's how
is
they
all
make it look
sentimental
real.
value, though.
No, it's a magic blanket. That's how they make it look so real.
Hey,
You have an answer.
Vanessa got it.
Nice, Captain
Yeah.
EO.
and Vanessa doesn't have a prize yet. Was she?
Because she's in Canada.
in Canada. That's right.
Wow.
Is it
Just
hard?
too
I mean, does
globally popular, man.
Canada shipping.
I was gonna say, how hard is it to
It
ship in
can't be
Canada? I
that
feel like that
bad.
can't be
I
too
don't think
bad
it's that
because it's at least
bad.
close enough.
I think you still have to do customs, though, don't you?
If there is, just. I mean, we have to give it because I can't give it to this guy.
Yeah. We'll pay extra to ship it to Canada.
Oh my gosh.
Just make sure John doesn't get it.
Ah, Brendan, yay. You got it.
Will.
Oh,
That's
come
what
on, you
I'm
guys.
Our international appeal is inconvenient.
A little bit. All right, come on. He left us a very sweet voicemail, and he was the first person in the chat to actually say it right.
Yeah. Are any of you international people on the Discord?
Vanessa.
Here are your
is.
choices, John, for a prize. Got Enchanted Tiki Room, hardback comic, or Mickey Pop.
Oh my god.
Aw, give it to Brandon. All right, well, Brandon.
I feel like we should do trivia and we should do like some international trivia because that would be fun.
Whoop.
Well, here's a little plug for, I mean, at this point, I feel like everybody that's on here is probably all in our Discord already. But if you're not, we do trivia every Friday.
It's
Except for
true.
last Friday, because I dropped the ball on that
No
one.
prizes except
Yeah,
the-
sometimes Mario forgets.
We do trivia most Fridays.
And the prize is the joy of beating everyone else. No physical prize, but you get your
What
name
better
is a
prize?
I know,
your name
that's-
is a
that's
different
better.
color on the Discord for a whole week. You get to stand out and
Mm-hmm.
be
You
special.
get a little thing next to your name that says you're the trivia winners.
And you can basically dunk on Mario because he didn't make his trivia hard enough.
You can do
Yeah.
that anytime, though, honestly, in the
That's
Discord.
true.
So
That's true.
Listen,
Oh,
I'm gonna
here's
give
a-
Mario some credit. I feel like he does a good job of throwing in easy and hard
Oh,
mix
yeah,
of
he does.
questions.
There has been some times where I have really crushed you guys, but
There have been a
here's
few
little-
that I got angry about, but overall,
Here's a spoiler: we do have a guest trivia tomorrow,
ooh, Brandon doing trivia tomorrow. Okay.
and it is challenging. I will give you that. I've seen the trivia already. It is gonna be interesting.
Nice.
So, last trivia question for us.
Last one. I don't know if we even have anybody in there. We could just do this one for funsies because I think everybody here has won a prize. So, which Disney film was the first ever to win an Oscar for Best Scoring of a Musical Picture? And if you've been living in the shadows and haven't answered, and you live in the contiguous United States and you want one of these prizes, now's the time to step up.
Definitely not that.
Definitely not Song of the South.
What movie? I've never heard of that. Disney didn't make a movie called Song of the South. What are you talking about?
Right. That's what they want you to think.
That was a fever dream.
Yeah.
Well, Oof is not a movie.
An oofy movie. Still waiting on a right answer here.
I gotta say, I was very surprised.
Mary Poppins. Nice.
I feel like this is going to be one that when somebody gets it, it's going to be shocking to everybody else.
It was shocking to me when I put the trivia in here.
Really? If you don't cry at that one song, like, you don't have a heart.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, but this is like the first movie ever. Like, this is the reason that they made the award, probably.
The Muppets.
I mean,
terrible.
I mean, it does have some good songs, though, to be fair. All right, y'all are going to need to go back a little further than some of the more recent answers, Fox and the Hound, Pocahontas.
But what's crazy about this, though, specifically, is that this movie, it's not what I think about when I think about soundtracks. I don't know if that's a hint.
Definitely not.
It looks like we need a hint.
Okay, this movie was made before Cher was born.
So it's
that was a very
old.
you hint.
Yeah. What was one of the first movies that came out?
Ever.
It wasn't even a talkie.
So one movie where Mickey says hot dog, that's it.
Cher is 75, if that helps you. Cher is 75 years old. Okay. This movie was came out before she was born.
Yeah, and we still have not seen the right answer. I see some duplicates.
Got a lot of
there.
Snow Whites too.
If you've seen it in the chat, it ain't it.
It definitely
knows
isn't
it
that.
ain't Frozen. That's too recent.
Still not there.
Still not there. Can we give a era of Disney movies to kind of narrow this down?
I mean, original.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
There it is. Very surprised that that's the answer.
Yeah, it feels whaley, but all right, John, you get fair and square. What is your pick? I think that's
Danny had me second guessing myself, but I want to say that I got this trivia directly from Disney Parks app trivia. So if Disney got it wrong on their own Parks app trivia, we got another thing to complain about.
I mean, the app is flawless. It's hard for me to believe anything on there is wrong.
That is not the one I wanted to click on. Okay.
Well, so Brandon said surprise him, but these are our two remaining prizes. So I guess whatever. Brandon, if you want one of these, speak now, or you're going to get whatever John and Alicia don't pick.
Yeah. Hey, you want to know something?
What's that?
What?
The Disney app had it wrong.
Shut up.
I think. Hang on.
All right. If we can get some evidence, though, I'm going to feel bad if it's...
I mean, technically, John is the one that answered this, so don't feel bad about anything involving John.
Well, but if it was Pinocchio, then Isabel got it.
That's what Wikipedia says.
If it is wrong, I will make Alicia a consultation prize, not John.
Okay, wait. Hang on. Okay, so in 1940, Pinocchio won Best Original Score, but in 1941 they changed the title of the award, so Dumbo won best scoring up a musical picture?
I mean, it is the third rule of trivia that don't be a John, so...
What?
It is! Every week I post that in the rules of trivia, don't be John.
So...
I say that the way that it's worded, the correct answer would have been Dumbo.
Technically, that is correct. But then also...
That's kind of correct.
Also, Brandon decided that he wants the Funko, and which is what Alicia also said, but Brandon gets it because he was first. So does John or Alicia want this, or does Isabel want this?
How did trivia get so confusing?
Well, hold on. Hold on. John doesn't get a choice in this.
Can we have like a trivia off, like a with who are the contenders here?
We have John and Isabel.
Alicia.
John and Isabel.
Oh, John and Isabel.
I say we give Isabel the choice because she was technically correct first. Do you want a set of ears that I can make, or would you like the comic book?
That's a good choice.
Oh, well, she was technically correct first then.
Yeah, I think that's fair, and then John can get whatever's left over. And if it helps, I can also send you ear ideas. But we would just have to figure that out.
Oh, she's Canadian, so it's irrelevant.
I love how she said, "I'm Canadian," and then she immediately apologized.
Sorry. Oh, bless.
Yeah, no, this is the appropriate, as I knock my empty water cup over, this is the appropriate response to that. It's not Station 71 trivia without fighting.
It's tradition at this point.
Too bad Al's not here to fight me, because that would be the
I know.
Perfect way to sum this up.
So sorry. Not sorry that you're Canadian, but sorry that we can't afford to ship to Canada. So I guess, are you going to give Alicia some ears?
Yeah, I can send Alicia some ears of her choice, unless you want to ship them the comic book.
I mean, if she wants it, I will ship it, but I feel like she would prefer the ears. Correct me if I'm wrong, John. She comes across to me as more of an ears than comic book person. Ears. There we go.
All right, John. We'll figure something out.
Yes. Thank you, Danny. Can we highlight that comment?
Yeah, Danny.
Yes. Maybe one day we can afford to ship internationally if we get enough patrons.
Yeah, and that's why I was looking up Bob Gurr's website, because he does do interviews about Disney, but you have to pay him. And so,
and how much does he cost?
Yeah, that's a question, because
his website is suspended right now, but I'll find out. I think it's like $1,000 or something.
I was gonna say, if we can afford that may be a good use of Patreon money. That's a lot of Patreon money. Oh goodness. Well, we are at 2 hours and 17 minutes, so I think we should probably wrap this up, especially because this is going to go up on the podcast stream.
I'm going to starve to death.
So, and Kirsten's going to starve to death.
Bob
get us
was
to $1,000.
All right, if you're talking about Yeehaw Bob, he did it out of the kindness of his heart because he is an incredible human being. And same with Cal David.
One thing that I have learned from asking people to do interviews is most people are,
besides Joe.
Yeah, I was gonna say, besides the people that are really, really big, are nice enough to want to talk to you about the cool things that they've done.
Yeah.
And then are very humble about it when you ask them questions.
I wonder if Lee Cockrell would do it.
I feel like he already does a lot. So
he has his own podcast.
It's true. And another one for me to look at.
You can go meet him. He says like open invitation every, I think, Friday morning. He's at the same Starbucks and he's like, come say hi.
Wow.
Absolutely crazy.
It's nuts.
All right. Well, I guess we have to make up for the lack of interviews this year, so we'll figure something out.
Put it in the gear.
Nice.
So, well, happy 4 years, you guys. It's been a blast. And thank you to everybody for joining us in the chat and for listening every week. We obviously could not and would not want to do it without you. So,
Yep.
The community is half the reason we keep doing this.
Yes.
Michael Eisner.
All right,
Honestly,
that's a lot of questions for Michael.
That's
Eisner.
he's got nothing. That was not the one I wanted to pin, but yeah, let's aim for that one because I have some serious questions.
Yes, for sure. So thank you, everyone, again. Thank you for the well wishes. We love you guys.
Send us superlatives.
Yeah, send us superlatives.
Or any other
send
ideas.
Us episode ideas. Anything you want us to talk about. Invite his son.
I'm not getting Bob Iger on here.
I don't know. I wouldn't have nice things to say.
No.
I would have some serious questions. I don't know that I would have nice things to say, but I'd have some questions.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, bye.
All
right, guys.
Yes.
Good night.
Thanks, you guys. Good night. See you again next time.
Year.
Next year, maybe sooner if we plan. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Oh, and trivia or prize winners. Last call. Email us your address if we don't have it already, which just do it anyway because maybe we do, maybe we don't.
Remind me, I have a couple Discord PMs from people for their addresses.
Okay, cool.
All right. Good night for real this time, guys.
All right. Bye, y'all.